Well, our main card today is all about prison slang. And obviously tying in the fact that regionalisms play into prison slang. For if you don't know what regionalisms are, it's how we say things. So, Paige, let's do an example of a regionalism for the people. When I go to the grocery store, I get a buggy to put my groceries in.
I get a cart. What about AB? You know, if I was to just say AB to you, would you know what that is?
I feel like I've heard it before, but I don't. It's like I guess I've heard it, but I just don't know like off the top of my head.
Aryan Brotherhood.
Okay. See, we don't have a big Aryan population here in Louisiana.
I guess that makes sense. So many. Should I just keep going down?
Keep going. I'm loving this.
Okay, what about Bunky or Selly?
Yes. Even though Mike is in a one-man cell, he talked about having a Sully or a Bunky. He said both. So.
Those are both kind of interchangeable. For the first time Joseph ever said Selly to me, I refused to ever say it back for like the first 3 months because I was like, this is weird. What do you, it was just weird to me. But then when I learned it's just literally, they all just say Selly. It's what it is. I'm like, oh, this is just like, it's just weird to me. I don't know. You know what I mean?
And I know people in like Oregon and Washington, they say bunky.
Yes.
Like they would say it's kind of, they don't say Selly, they say bunkmate or bunky.
Yo, some of these are really fucking insane.
Okay, I'm so excited.
Dance on the blacktop.
Is that a fight on the yard?
You're close.
Okay.
Getting stabbed by another inmate. Prison pocket.
Ooh. Oh, that's a pocket.
Basically.
Made out of a Pringle can.
It's right here. It's another term for a person's.
Are you ready for my 10-minute speech?
I'm so ready.
All right. Gigi's keynote speech. By the time this is airing, I've already read this speech and probably fought all the panic in my body. All right. Because I hate giving speeches, but here we go. Okay. Sentenced to die by lethal injection. Those are the words that changed everything. The words that I chose to walk beside when I chose to love my husband.
This is for the prison wives. Still don't break, love don't fold. I'm still here, I'm still gold.
All right, Paige, what did you do for Halloween? How did you spend Friday, October 31st?
Well, the way that we rock over here in Pennsylvania, at least, is we usually don't even do Halloween on like Friday. Like I said, we usually like it's a random day. But the way that it worked is that it was going to be on the 31st this year, which was Thursday, which was Halloween, and it rained over here. We actually had like the remnants of one of those hurricanes or something on the East Coast, and it just rained all day. So we rescheduled and we had trick or treat last night, which was Friday, and it was a great time. It was cold, but it wasn't like too cold, and I got a little workout in walking around chasing Brody. His little buddy, who is one of his like best friends that lives like a block away, actually got to come. So it was cute seeing them get to run to every door. And I loved that because every year before that, I had to go to the door with him and be like, trick or treat. So
he was
braver
this year.
He had a bunch of fun. He doesn't even like eating the candy, honestly. He loves just like racing around and collecting it. Like it'll all probably sit upstairs in my living room for months.
Okay. If it were me, I would be eating it.
What I told Joe, I took my mom tax out of it already, so I did take some, but he's really not a candy person. He's like me. Like I'm not really a big candy person either. Like it's like, eh.
Okay, I'm a sweet person, so I would be. I mean, I used to mob. My mom used to have to like take it away from me Halloween night and keep me from eating all of it in one sitting because I would literally make myself nauseated just eating candy. So, but I'm glad y'all had a great time, and I saw his costume. He was so cute. He was something from Pokemon. Okay. Did you dress up? Did he let you dress up?
So he
or
actually
what was
did
the
ask
assignment
me
there?
to dress up, but unfortunately for him, he asked me literally 2 days before Halloween. So everything that I was like searching on Amazon for like to like be a trainer or something was not gonna get here in time for Halloween. So I told him, I go, listen, because I asked him beforehand. I said, do you want me to dress up? And he was like, no. And then he changed his mind last minute. So I'm like, okay,
Okay.
if you want me to dress up with you, you just have to give me a little bit of a warning.
Yeah.
It was fun though.
Yeah. Well, I mean, as long as y'all went
It was a good
together,
time.
I think that's the whole point. I dressed up. I spent my Halloween at school. We dressed up. Me and my coworker did the Timothy Chalamet, Pete Davidson rap. We dressed up as the rap skit, the skeet skeet yurt yurt. You know that one. And we did a TikTok before the kids came in. The kids loved it. And then we had our fall fest at school, so I stayed dressed up for that. And then I was exhausted, so I came home and just binge watched Netflix. I watched like the Victoria Beckham docu-series. She's a badass bitch, by the way. I have a lot more respect for her than I did when she was a Spice Girl, for sure. And that was my night. Yeah, I just came home and I was like, I don't want to do anything. Don't
That
want to
was
do
that
anything.
was Joe and I last
So,
night. I came home and I was like, I don't know what I want to do. What we did? I turned on I'm reading the Nobody's Girl by Virginia Roberts Giuffre, which is
mhm,
absolutely amazing. And if you can bring yourself to read that book, I recommend reading it in honor of her. Like it's a hard read because unfortunately she went through the amount of trauma this woman went through her entire life, even besides the Epstein stuff, is insane. And it's just her
mhm.
whole account and it's her reading it. And I have the audiobook, so I was playing it and Joseph and I will listen to it. And like, even he's like, wow, like it's so I definitely recommend people
Yeah.
to check that out.
Yeah. I'm going to use my Audible credit and get it.
Yeah.
Hopefully I can get it today. That way I can listen to it on my
Oh, yes.
flight
You should.
to Vegas.
Honestly, it's a hard read, but literally at one point in the book, she goes, Um, I know you probably want to put this book down because you're disgusted and you don't want to keep reading, but I beg you to keep going. I made this book so that people could be aware, and this was my life. I wasn't able to just close the book. And I'm like, damn.
Yeah. It's not like she can just turn off the audiobook or
Mm-hmm.
close the chapter, This was her
Yeah.
lived experience. Jeez. Okay, that's on my list. What is it? No,
Nobody's
what is I
girl.
know you sent me the screenshot of Nobody's Girl. I'm writing
It's a
it
good
down so
one.
I don't forget.
Mm-hmm.
Because you sent it to me, and obviously with everything with Halloween and work, I just forgot. So I'm writing it down right now. I'm gonna get it on the
Yay.
Audible after this. So yeah. So yeah, that was my Halloween, and yeah, just did my practice my speech Friday. So I'm excited. I'm nervous as hell, but excited. It's over 10
Hey.
minutes, literally. I timed it, which is probably not what our head lady of the conference wants because I only have 10 minutes to speak, but I'm going to try and speak a little bit faster. I was going slow to make sure I did all the correct enunciations and
I would be the
stuff.
bad
So,
one at that
yeah.
because I race through things. Like I would try to read fast.
Yes. Me too. That's why I'm trying to go slow because when I get
Mm-hmm.
nervous, I speed talk. I start speed talking. So, because I just want to get it over with. Um, so yeah, I've been practicing. So that's something that we'll do later in the pod. Obviously, I'll read my speech for you guys so you guys can hear it because you guys were asking if I was gonna live broadcast it, but I don't know who's going to the thing. I don't know. I mean, I may know some people there that will be willing to do a live of me or
Well,
record
you'll
me
be able to
giving the
find someone
speech.
at least. Be like, hey,
Um,
hold this.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So, I mean, I want to do it live, but just in case I can't, I do want to read my speech to you guys, our Wallers, later on in the pod. So, but yes, I'm getting ready, getting packed. I'm trying to figure out what to wear. Actually, I might text you later, Paige, to see what you think is a good speech. I was thinking I was going to do a black and pink ensemble because that's our colors. So I'll text you later to see
That's
if my
cute.
fit check works for you because I want to look business
You'll look great.
professional. I want to. Thanks. All right, guys. Well, welcome. It's episode 74 of Love with the Malls, a Prison Wife podcast. It's your friendly host, Gigi, here, and I'm
Your
here with the
friendly host,
beautiful.
Paige. Hello, friends.
All right. And we're here to, talk about a few things, talk about some prison slang, and I'll read my speech a little later. But before we start the pod, we always have to give our super shout out. And I'm going to even pull up my sound bits for our friends over at the Patreon. Oh, that was low. How horrible. I wasn't even ready. Here we go. It's to our OG Wallers we can thank for this wonderful episode of Love with the Walls of Prison Wife podcast. I love you, Patreon fam. If you don't know, we have a separate, a little bit more risque, a little bit more extra content that we put out on our Patreon. We also do mini pods. I probably will do a vlog of Vegas while I am in Vegas, just specifically for our Patreon crew. So if you are interested in joining, come on over to our Patreon. Go to our link tree on Instagram or TikTok or Facebook and join us at Patreon. It's literally $5 a month. You can even get it lower than that by doing the yearly subscription. You save about 20%. So it's like $3 something a month. And y'all, just that little bit helps us sponsor one pot a month, and other things that we can do for you guys on Patreon. So shout out to our OG
y'all.
Wallers on Patreon. We love you. Thank you for sponsoring this pod. All right, Paige, we ready to get started?
What up with that? What up with that?
All right, guys, it's time for What Up With That Legislation. Paige, do you have anything?
do. I sure do. I got to pull it up though because I'm a little.
Okay.
So this is an article. I actually heard about it on TikTok before I heard, and I had to Google it. The FCC votes to loosen caps on jail prison phone calls. In 2024, the FCC voted to set 6-cent per minute caps on phone calls from prison and jails. The rule never fully took effect. After pushback from telecoms, the commission voted to raise the cap to 11 cents. So, what were you going to say something?
No. I'm just kind of frustrated with,
Yeah,
why
so
they're doing this.
this article says that in July 2024, the FCC passed its first cap on rates so that in prison and jails, along with their telecommunications contractors, can charge inmates to make audio calls. The rule originally was scheduled to take effect in the beginning of this year and set the rate at 6 cents per minute for a 15-minute phone call for larger jails and prisons, far below the rates that most people were paying in states like Louisiana, where the parish jails are charging as much as 25 cents per minute, and that's from a report in 2022. For decades, people behind bars and their loved ones have been forced to pay these insane prices while the telecommunications companies and facilities just continue to collect all of the extra money. They just sweep it all up and keep it for themselves. So I don't know who, when people are like, oh, no, we don't need lowering to jail, we don't need to lower prison calls, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so you just want to make these private companies more, what is your point? What do you think? Is this getting justice for victims? What do you think that this is doing? You know what I mean? I don't think people think when these things.
Let's be real, that money does
No.
not go to the victims' families at all.
No.
Let's be real.
So in 2023, Congress granted the FCC the authority to regulate phone calls and rates. And in 2024, it voted unanimously to significantly limit the amount of telecommunications companies and facilities that can provide services and what that they can charge for calls. But as I said before, the rule never took effect. So in local jails such as New Orleans and the city jail had active contracts with telecommunication companies that, now we're backdated to 2027, and they were like, well, you're probably going to have this rate until then, and then maybe we'll think about it type deal.
Yeah. And y'all, some people pay like $15 for a 30-minute call. There are some areas of this country that pay exorbitant prices, and this was going to help lower that because people can't stay connected to their loved ones. And, there were major complaints about the prices that you're basically, fiscally graping these families that just want to stay connected to their loved one. And that should happen, no matter, it shouldn't matter where they are. They should be able to stay connected.
We know that rehabilitation and connection is what fuels people, fuels rehabilitation, and fuels
To
them
make
getting
better
better.
people.
Like these
Correct.
people, I mean, they need to fill the prisons somehow. You know, it's our job to use our
Yes.
brains and
Well, you know,
make sense of it.
yeah. Yeah. And it's all about money at the end of the day. It's greed. It's, taking away from people who already probably don't have a lot of money, let's be real, to fund billionaires and CEOs and big major
Yeah,
corporations.
because I
So
mean, it's
it's just,
you're increasing the financial burden on families, and you're putting more stress on these families that are already going through it. So it's like, okay,
and I'm already going to say what the haters are going to say, so you can come up with some new bullshit to come up with. Well, they deserve to punish everybody involved. That's what they're going to say. They deserve it, And I'm like, but the families deserve it? Just because they want to, if that was your son or daughter, you deserve it too?
the fact that
Okay,
there's research
gotcha.
out there that
So,
suggests that, separating family communication weakens the family bonds and increase the risk of recidivism, and we're going to just keep doing that. It's like you're going to get what you ask for. You know what I mean? Like they want to make
yeah.
these people
They want to prove that people incarcerated are animals and
correct.
should be kept caged. And it just
Hmm.
exacerbates that, because when we studies, like you said, studies show families that stay connected to their loved ones during incarceration, the people that are incarcerated have a better chance of being successful once they come home. And hey, haters, don't you know that 85% of the prison population are coming home? They're coming back to society one day. Do you want a better person or a person that's been disconnected and not as rehabilitated as it can be? Let's be real. I mean, I'm just saying. Sorry,
No, I mean
I'm
it's
spicy
facts.
today.
It's just you got to look at the bigger picture rather than the small picture, and you just have to look at the situation for exactly what it is. You're just making billionaires richer. Like
Yeah. And you're
there's
taking
no vindication for anything. Like
yeah. And guys, at the end of the day, and you'll hear this in my speech, love heals. Love heals. Connections heal people that are broken. And if you take that away and you make it virtually impossible for these families to stay connected, you are doing society a disservice by not allowing these families to stay healed, because they've already got enough shit on their plate through incarceration, through disconnecting, disjoining, taking away your loved one. It breaks families. And this is just
mhm.
exacerbating that. So sorry. I'm sorry. It's that, hey, I'll tell you later why I'm spicy, but I'm spicy today. So if I'm a little snappy, I'm like a little snapping turtle today. I'm going to do something awesome, talk about something awesome in Connecticut. Connecticut has obviously continued to resume their clean slate erasures, even after a 2-year delay. This came out in October, the beginning of October, in the Connecticut Mirror. Connecticut has erased tens of thousands of low-level criminal convictions over the last few days under its new clean slate law. It's been a long time coming. They were supposed to happen 2 years ago. It passed in 2021. They had a 2-year delay, and now they are automatically erasing misdemeanors after 7 years, and certain low-class felonies after 10 years. The governor, Ned Lamont, signed the bill. He said it would change the lives of people who had committed low-level offenses and were missing out on jobs, housing, and education opportunities years after. Phil Kent, who is a legal reform team on the congregations organized for a new Connecticut, said that the criminal justice community was thrilled when this law passed. However, it was never actually put into play because of aging computer systems, and people were just left waiting. So now that it's finally rolling, as of now, approximately 50,000 people have had their records partially or completely erased. And in the next coming weeks, they expect to have erasures of more than 100,000 people. So even though, the criminal justice community was kind of upset that it took a little long time, they are very excited and they have no hard feelings toward the state, even after the years of delays. So that's something awesome that's happening in out of Connecticut.
That is awesome. I have a similar story, kind of out of
Okay,
Nebraska.
go ahead.
This story is out of Nebraska Public Media. A decade ago, Nebraska's Corrections Department allowed hundreds of inmates to leave prison early through a program that few, including judges, lawmakers, and the public, even knew existed. Corrections devised an early release initiative as part of a larger, ultimately scandal-plagued effort to ease overcrowding and packed prisons. Leaders scraped the scheme shortly after the probing lawmakers revealed it, but we are now at a state and time in these Nebraska prisons where they are grappling with overcrowding again, still. Even though they did all of those things that all these people are like, oh, why did you do this? You're going against what the judges and the lawmakers said. They are still overcrowded even after doing that. And they even just converted one of their prisons to an immigration center. So they're down a center because they are like, here, ICE, take one of our places. Yeah. So right now, Nebraska is actually trying to create a similar program that will allow inmates into the community under an intense supervision and getting them out of the prison system. Of course, this suggestion is already getting pushback, including lawmakers in both political parties saying, okay, so you're saying the judges don't know what they're doing, blah, 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 you're undermining them. But, I think that this is an amazing idea, especially when the kind of supervision that they're talking about is very supervised supervision. And they're talking about these very low-level offenders that are still incarcerated, people that have barely any points there. You know what I mean? It's not people that are going to come out and cause havoc. It's just people that you guys are paying for their 3 hots and a cot daily, you know what I mean? And any other medical stuff they have going on. And they, in turn, they would be actually then put on house arrest, and they would have to pay for their ankle monitor. They have to pay for their ankle monitor, not you. It's just different things like that the amount of money it would save and the amount of good that would come from it is so much greater than these scare tactics that they try to use to scare people when situations like this happen. Of course, all the lawmakers and people are like, oh, this is absolutely terrible, you guys. Our streets are going to be running amok. It's going to be,
Yeah. And the thing is, you take one case where it doesn't work and they fear monger people with that one case. Meanwhile, you have 30,000 other cases where people are doing wonderfully, but they don't highlight that. They just focus in on that one that effed up and, didn't do what they were supposed to do. And they use that as the poster to fearmonger people into thinking, oh, our streets are going to look like the Purge and, all this
literally
crazy
that's
stuff,
the only thing that they have. And it's things that aren't even real. They just scare you with these false,
false narratives. Yep. Well, speaking of that, I'm going to ride on the pigtails piggyback. I can't even talk today. Piggyback on that. I just want to let you know, FAMM, FAMM, which is a wonderful organization. If you're on the federal or BOP level, please make sure you reach out to FAMM. They do calls, they do all kind of stuff, resources, anything you need to help you if you're in the federal system. They are hopping on the bandwagon for the Strategic Framework National Planning on Aging, and they are coming in the game. This is part of the ACL, which is the Affordable for Community Living, obviously focusing on the aging population. They are coming in the game, and they are going to bring to this committee conference, whatever this is, the idea of people aging in prison and how that is not beneficial to the first of all, to the community, to the taxpayer dollars. So they are going to be focusing on how we can help the elderly population in prison, because we know they're starting to warn us now that this is going to be a problem that the United States is going to have to pay for. And that means us, people that pay our taxes. We are going to have to front this because the prisons cannot handle it. Prisons do not have hospice. There are some, like Angola, that does, but still the majority of prisons cannot handle an aging population. And with the amount that we're incarcerating every single day and throwing life sentences at everybody, you have to also take into account to the fact that, you know, you're going to have to step up and pay these medical bills and pay for their care. Whereas we can make an opportunity for these people to get out who are no longer threats to society and be able to have them begin working and starting to save and pay for their own care. So shout out to FAM for jumping in the ring and bringing forth options for the elderly and opportunities for the elderly in prison.
FAM is a great organization. They mainly deal with federal people, but they do have specific people in different states who also are like specific to those states, and that's definitely a really great organization. If you've never connected with them or like jumped on a phone call with them for like their conferences, they're really informative, and I suggest it.
Yes, if you, like I said, if you need resources, they are a great place to go. All right, that's all I have for
Nope.
What Up With That. Do you have anything else? All right. All right, Paige, do we have new nails? I did my nails for conference. Ooh, is that the
They
chrome
are.
one
They're
that you
just
had for the
chrome.
angel
They're nothing
outfit?
special.
Okay. Chrometa.
We love it.
What is it? Boss down,
Yeah, Chromiana.
chromiana. Our boy. What's
Blueface.
his name?
He'll
Blueface.
be out
Oh,
soon.
shout out to Blueface. Given.
I
Okay, when
think
is he
like this
getting out? Just
year.
curious.
It's very soon.
Okay, so the end of this year.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas to him. Okay, giving us those awesome
Period. You
poses
know.
for the commissary. He's working it. All right, guys. Well, our main card today is all about prison slang. And obviously tying in the fact that regionalisms play into prison slang. For if you don't know what regionalisms are, it's how we say things. So, Paige, let's do an example of a regionalism for the people so they get it. When I go to the grocery store, I get a buggy to put my groceries in.
I get a
What do you get?
cart. I get a car. I'm like a buggy. I'm like, are we going to Lancaster? Like, you know,
We're going on the Oregon
that's
Trail,
like what
bitch.
I
Let's,
what I
you
what I think when I hear
know?
buggy. I'm like cart.
Okay. Now, when you say the time is 3:45, what do you say that time is?
3:45.
It's what? Okay. See, we would say 3:45, or
I
we would
hate when
say it's
people
a
say that
quarter to
shit.
4.
I hate when people say that shit.
'Cause then you
Yes,
gotta
I
do
can't
the
stand when people say that. Like my
math.
mom used to be one of those. I'd be like, listen, just tell me the goddamn time, bro. Like, I don't want to think about it. I just want to know what time it is.
Okay. Now, this is something particular to New Orleans, and I just want to see if you've ever heard of this. When you have spaghetti, what is the red
The
stuff you put on
sauce.
it? So, like red sauce, is
I
that what
think
you
they
would
call
say?
it red. It's like certain places here they call it red sauce. I just call it sauce.
Okay, see, we say red
Oh,
gravy.
oh.
That's a particularly New Orleans thing, or maybe Southern Louisiana thing. My girls that listen to the pod, if you're from Southern Louisiana, and you say something else,
How
if
do
you
you
don't say red
say
gravy,
the
let me
stuff you
know.
put on waffles and pancakes? I
Syrup?
know I'm from the one part of the United States that says it differently. We say syrup.
What do y'all say?
I say syrup.
Syrup. Okay. Okay. There's also one, for example, the candy that you make. It's chewy. Sometimes it's in candy bars. We
I
say
say
caramel.
caramel, caramel,
Okay.
pecan,
Okay. Pecan.
and what juice?
How do you say
Oh,
how do you say
Coke,
Coke?
soda.
What is this? Okay, so we say Coke
Yeah, when I
or
went to
cold drink.
Texas, I learned that they call everything Coke, and I'm like, but that doesn't even make
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, like I'm gonna go look down the Coke
That's
aisle.
soda.
That's what we say.
Like that's
Yeah.
one specific Coke.
Or at least, hey, at least you're not from. Hey, shout out to Jess. Love you, Jess. But I hate this when
Oh,
people
that's
say pop.
so
I'm gonna
there's
go get
parts
me
of
a pop.
Pennsylvania like Pittsburgh and certain areas that say pop. They say pop.
Mhm.
Yes, they say
I want a
pop.
cold
I'm trying
pop.
to think
I'm
of some
like,
of the
what?
other ones. You guys call your what do you call your crayfish? Yes.
Crawfish.
I knew that was one.
Mm,
And sneakers.
yeah.
You say tennis shoes.
Tennis shoes. Yeah. I mean, I'll say sneakers, but we mainly
I'm
say
like
tennis
that's are you
shoes
playing
for the most
tennis? I
part.
don't
Yeah, no, but we just love to.
like all right, period.
There's one more. How do you say 25 cents?
A quarter.
Okay, so we say quarter. Like some people don't pronounce it QW,
Oh, okay.
quarter. Like they say
That okay,
quarter,
like I would
you
think of
know?
like Claire saying caught. Like I would think she is that
Okay.
like a Louisiana accent? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, quarter. Yeah. Because got that we got a lot of we had a lot of Italian immigrants and people from New York come down for like sisters and like Catholic sisters and nuns and shit to run schools down here, and they brought that
We have a lot
down
of
with them
New
too.
Jersey, New York. So like in Philly, there's a lot of like Jersey slang. A lot of times, like you'll hear a lot of like Joyzy
Hmm.
voices down in like Philly, and like they say like water and different the water,
Water,
water.
water, water, water. I like that. One more. There's one more. What do you call like a fountain
Oh,
that
water
you drink
fountain.
out of?
Is that what you call it?
Okay, yeah. This- We call it a water fountain or drinking fountain. Some people call it something
Yes.
really weird.
I
I
know what
can't
you're talking
remember what
about
it
because I've heard
is.
it before, and I'm like, what?
Okay, yeah. So, guys, these are examples of regionalisms. And obviously, in the prison system, there may be some similarities in the slang, and there may be some that are completely just based on the region or the state or the area that you live in. So, one example that I have you ever heard of
Yes.
a kite? Okay, I feel like that's a
Yes.
nationwide thing, and I could be wrong, but I've
And
heard it
in
in songs.
songs,
I've
in
heard
like
it,
jail movies, like jail shows, I feel like they will
yeah.
talk about kites. And on my long list, kite is on here.
Okay. And so, can we tell if you don't know what kite is, Paige,
Yeah,
you want to
it's
tell them
a
what a kite is?
contraband note that is written on like a small piece of paper, written on something and folded up and passed through secretive means, whether that's like attaching it to a string and like literally fishing it through
Hmm.
something or like tossing it somewhere. It's basically like passing notes secretly.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like you remember in school when before we had like obviously computers and things like that when
Mhm.
you would write notes to your friends and you'd make it like a little
Mhm.
triangle almost. So, yeah, and I think they call it a kite because it started by
Yes.
attaching it to a string and doing a Ben Franklin and trying to throw it down the hallway so somebody could catch it.
Mhm.
Okay, did you have another one that you want to talk about?
Yeah, so well this article that I'm going to be referencing that has a bunch of them was written by
Mhm.
Aaron Delgado and Associates, so he is defense attorney. But he kind of prefaced this by just saying, you know, anyone who has watched their fair share of prison drama shows like Prison Break, Orange is the New Black, XYZ, you know that prison inmates have created their own complex language of slang terms if you're interested in learning some of them. And then obviously a little disclaimer that, you know, read at your own risk and these can be different depending on where you're at in the United States, which is absolutely true.
Okay.
Oh man, I have so many I could start with. I'm like I feel like I should stick with like the main ones. Okay, blues, but you guys probably don't call them blues,
No, Mike says prison blues.
even though they're not blue.
Well, they can wear navy blue shirts and blue
Okay.
jeans. Now, they call them I've heard of prison blues. Obviously, I'm a big Johnny Cash fan and he always talked about prison blues, so I grew up with that term. But when I met Mike, he would say I'm coming out my prison blues, which means I'm coming out my jeans and my jean shirt, basically, because they can wear jean shirts and jeans to visit.
Yes, yes. So they say blues all the time in California because they are, if you've seen the prison
Yeah.
jumpsuits, they're blue.
Yeah. I wonder what they say, even if they're not, like, even when Mike wears, because like during visits he dresses up, obviously,
Mhm.
but for everyday wear he wears the state stuff, like which is white jeans and a white shirt, and he'll still
Is
say
blues.
prison blues,
Yeah.
even though it's not necessarily blue. It's just the prison, I guess, a term for prison garb, whether you're wearing an orange jumpsuit, a bright yellow jumpsuit, stripes, or whatever.
I wonder if you guys will have to let us know if your loved one is in a prison that doesn't have blue jumpsuits, but they still say blues. Tell us because I'm
Yeah.
curious now.
And Michael sometimes just say jumpsuit too,
Hmm.
if they have to dress in like a white or an orange jumpsuit.
I feel
So
like I've only heard Brody. I feel like I've only heard Joseph say blues.
okay. Because that's the color that they wear
Yeah.
in CDCR. Yeah.
What about AB? You know, if I was to just say AB to you, would you know what that is?
I feel like I've heard it before, but I don't. It's like I guess I've heard it, but I just don't know, like off the top of my head.
Aryan Brotherhood.
Okay. See, we don't have a big Aryan population here in
I guess
Louisiana.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense. It's huge in California. It's huge. I mean,
Mhm.
they even literally just this past week had an incident in the news. Y'all can look it up in California where the Aryan Brotherhood killed one of their own. You know, it's
Yeah.
very prevalent.
They took out like a leader or something,
Yes,
huh? Okay.
they did literally just last week. All these men were already all serving life sentences.
Oh, wow.
So
Okay.
AB, I feel like, is one that you'll hear across the United States because apparently they claim to be everywhere, and then they also have their like mini gangs beneath the AB, which is
Yes.
very prevalent in all the other prisons.
Yeah. That's what we have here is the mini ones. We don't have the big
Yeah,
ones.
like because when I learned about California prisons, like I obviously met Joseph with no knowledge of how the prison systems work over there, but I didn't realize how much like gangs were prevalent,
Yeah.
and they
See,
are.
gangs is not an issue really here too much.
That's good though.
Hmm.
That's good. It's interesting though. It's like a completely different.
Well, yeah, and when I watch like documentaries on CDCR, it's like pick your tribe, basically. Like go
Yeah.
with your race. That's how it's kind of like you're either Hispanic and you're going with the Mexican mafia or whatever, MS-13, whatever, or
Mm-hmm.
you're going with Aryan Brotherhood if you're white, or if you're in, if you're African American, you go with African. I don't know what all the names of the groups are, but even the Asians have their own gang.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like everybody has their own gang. Gucci gang, Gucci gang,
Gucci
Gucci
game.
gang.
Gucci game.
Sorry.
No, listen. Period. I have so many. Should I just keep going down?
Keep going. I'm loving this.
Okay. What about Bunky or Selly?
Yes, yes. Even though Mike is in a one-man cell, he talked about having a Sully or a Bunkie. He said both.
And
So,
those are both kind of interchangeable terms, I feel like, that are
mhm.
used. I feel like I talked about this on the pod before. The first time Joseph ever said Sally to me, I refused to ever say it back for like the first 3 months because I was like, this is weird. What do you, I don't- it was just weird to me. But then when I learned it's just literally, they all just say Sally. It's what it is. I'm like, oh, this is just like, it's just weird to me.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know what I mean?
And I know people in like Oregon and Washington, they say bunkie.
Yes.
Like they would say it's kind of, they don't say Sully, they say bunkmate or bunkie.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Um, what about chalk? I wouldn't have known this without it telling me.
I have I'm thinking chalk is either a drug or chalk is a way to communicate.
You're more so there with your first guess.
To like bump in lines, chalk?
Moonshine made in prison.
Oh.
It's one of the words
Okay.
that can be
Okay, I did not know that one.
flagged.
Because I've heard of what is it called when you make it in the toilet?
Um, um, A
Not
hooch.
moonshine. Hooch. Yeah, that we say hooch
That's
here, or they say moonshine or
They
hooch.
say hooch in California too.
Yeah.
Do you know what?
Wait, can I tell people about hooch?
Yeah,
If y'all don't know, hooch like literally is like major X-lax. I'm
it's
not trying to be
disgusting.
gross, but it tears up your stomach because it's made with all kind of like juices, like orange juice, grape juice, prune juice, like all of it. So like you hear people talking about it, and then you hear they have the runs for days after. So, just so you know.
Ew.
Yeah,
But
yikes.
hey, if some of
Unpacks.
these men are dying to get a little buzz or feel something, so
Oh, they'll do
they will
anything
drink
for a buzz.
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Even kill your intestines.
Mm-hmm.
Go for it.
They're like, okay, and you know, that it's like the guys on the inside when they get the new K2 that like will send people into like ODs. They're like, where can I get some of that shit? Because
Yeah,
that's the good
I
shit.
need that kind of high. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I was gonna ask this because of the hooch making in, the penitentiary system or in DOC. They have to limit the amount of like juices that one
Mm-hmm.
person can buy. Do they do that in California too?
Yeah, and you like
Okay.
certain like perfumes and weird things you can't bring in, and
Mhm.
um it's like things I wouldn't even have thought of, but I guess there it's a rule that's in place for some reason or another. So
Okay.
okay. Do you know what a chin check is?
I'm assuming that's some type of assault or checking in, like literally physically checking somebody for disrespect.
Basically punching an inmate in the jaw to see if he'll fight you back.
Okay.
Basically
They
exactly
usually
what it
do that
says.
to they usually do that to newbies to see if they're a bitch or not,
Yes.
basically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like when you get into
Because
like,
if you can't hold your own, you're not going to be respected in there.
unfortunately, that's how it
Yeah.
is. I know you'll know this one. Chomo. Maybe
I
that's
do know
in
that one.
California.
It's just not ringing a bell. It's an acronym,
Hmm.
right? Why is my brain not working? I feel like I'm in like a fog today. Um, break it down for me because as soon as you say it, I'm going to know it.
Child molester.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay.
They say chomo all the time in California, so that might be a West Coast thing more so. But they'll say chomo, and I know it immediately. That's a word that I didn't know before prison because
Me neither.
I
They say Mike says predator. He's a child predator,
yeah,
but I've never heard him say chomo. But I'm assuming that's more of a CDCR West Coast
I bet
thing.
I bet.
Okay.
Chow, we know chow.
Oh, that's food.
We know chow.
Chow's coming. Chow's coming down the tier, booby. I gotta go. Okay. So,
I wonder.
or if your loved one goes to like a cafeteria where they serve chow.
I feel like this one I have never heard, but I feel like it would be more of a Louisiana,
Okay.
a cowboy.
Cowboy is they say gal boy or cowboy, and it's basically a guy that obviously is into other men.
Oh my god, no, that's not what this is. But shit,
Oh,
that
okay.
honestly is
What you thought?
no. That probably is what I would have guessed if I was told
Okay.
cowboy.
Okay,
Honestly,
what's a cowboy then?
a correctional officer who is new on the job.
Oh, see, I've never heard it that
I
way.
never have either. So it's like when Joseph and I listen to this, I'm gonna have to be like, "Have you heard that?"
Is that true?
Yeah,
I'm gonna ask Mike
yeah.
too. Because he's talked about cowboys and gal boys. Those are people that obviously, you know, choose to engage in homosexual activity while incarcerated, whether they really are homosexual or not. So,
Yo, some of these are really fucking insane.
okay, I'm so excited.
Dance on the blacktop.
Is that a fight on the yard?
You're close.
Okay.
Getting stabbed by another inmate.
Okay.
They say dance on the blacktop.
Okay. Huh.
Um, okay. Dry snitching.
Dry snitching to me would be testing my prison lingo. Dry snitching would be snitching to another incarcerated person. Is
Basically,
that what it is?
it's ratting out another inmate by talking loudly about their bad behavior in front of like staff. So it's like being like, you're snitching, but
Oh,
you're not directly
obvious
snitching. You're
about it.
snitching so that
Yeah.
they hear you type.
They can overhear it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What's wet snitching? Do I even want to know?
What snitching is probably just snitching, I feel like. It's probably like
Okay.
snitching, being like, yeah, this is what this is.
Okay. Can I ask one that I know
Yes.
of that I don't know if y'all say this? Do y'all say bad low?
Bad luck. Let me see if that's on my list. It's not, and I have not heard it.
Okay. So bad low is like getting bad information or bad rumors that aren't necessarily true.
Yeah, like bad gossip.
Yes. Like information that people think is going to happen, or like, oh, the shakedown crew's coming and then they don't show up. Well, that was bad low, you know?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Bad down low.
Yeah.
You'll know this one.
Okay.
Fresh meat.
Oh, that's a newbie to the incarcerated population.
Yeah. You right.
We say that. They say that in middle school and
Yeah.
high school, like when you're 6th grade or 9th grade, like you're fresh meat.
Grapes.
Oh, I've never heard that one.
Information or gossip. Did you get the grapes? So that's kind of like your
Okay.
gossip one.
Okay. That's kind of like our low. Did you get the low?
Yeah, like the
basically?
low down.
Okay.
Do you know what green light is?
Green light is when you put a mark on someone to be taken out.
The permission to kill or a gang affiliate on site.
Yeah.
When you get the green light, I've heard that.
Mm-hmm.
It's so crazy how this like world has its own. Like I'm like literally on the H's, and I'm sitting here like, what the fuck? Like, you know, like there's so many that I'm skipping over too that I'm like, we'll have to link the article so everyone can go and look because some of these are
Yeah.
crazy. The whole we know.
Yes.
Solitary confinement.
Solitary or the shoe.
Yes. Hooch.
Hooch we did.
Hooch, homemade fermented alcohol drink made from sugar, some fruits juiced, and some yeast. It's fermented in a bag or airtight bowl.
Ooh. And the result is blowing out your guts.
Yeah, you're gonna get drunk,
Bubble
but
guts.
you're also probably gonna get a lot of other things. I'm trying to skip over some of the vile ones.
Okay.
J-Cat. I actually had to ask Joseph what this one meant because I heard people using it often and I did not know what it meant.
Okay, so it's like the letter J, C-A-T.
J-Cat.
Okay, what is that?
An inmate with mental issues.
Oh, okay.
So I think it means like J category or something.
I'm just trying to think how that J plays into. Maybe it was a certain area of a yard that
Yeah.
people with mental health. Yeah.
That would be my only guess, I think.
Okay.
Do you know what a Jody is?
A Jody, I've heard this from the military. A Jody is a guy that your girl hooks up with while you're inside.
Yep, you hit
Yep.
that on the head. A man sleeping with a prisoner's wife or girlfriend outside of the prison.
Yeah, I've heard of Jody from guys who go over and serve, and their women hook up with a guy that while they're with the other guy that's serving away.
Wow, I've never heard that.
It was in the movie Jarhead. They talked about Jodies, and that's where I first heard it.
Oh, I guess that makes sense. It's interesting how like sometimes they'll share terms,
Yeah.
you know?
Well, because if you think about it, the prison system, the COs are run pretty much the ranks and all that. They're run kind of like a police or military. Like you have a colonel, captain, all those things, lieutenant, sergeant. So it does make sense.
Do you know what a lock and a sock is?
Lock in a sock is how you beat the shit out of somebody by putting a lock in a sock and you hit them with the sock. So it doesn't make noise.
Yep.
And it's very painful.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And by using it with a sock, you can get momentum to really knock the fuck out of somebody.
Holy ouch.
Yeah.
That's right. Mollywopped. That's pretty much to get hit by a lock and a sock.
Yes. The result of the lock.
Literally, like that's gonna be what happens. Oh my god, Ninja Turtles.
Never heard of this one.
Prison guards dressed up in riot gear.
Oh, they call it the Goon Squad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they call those the Goon Squad. When they're dressed up to take down somebody or somebody pepper spray them or with a cell extraction team or whatever they call it. But I guess because it's green, because in CDCR that's what they wear. They wear all that military
They
green,
do, yeah.
right?
So I
Okay.
wonder if this guy. I'll have to look and see if this guy is in Cal, because a lot of these are hitting for California.
Okay.
Prison pocket.
Ooh. Oh, that's a pocket pussy
Basically,
made out of a Pringle can.
it's right here. It's another term for a person's anus, is what he is saying.
Oh,
But
I
they
was
do
thinking
have
of a.
those exist.
I know how to make one. I've seen people show you how. I've talked to Mike about it on the phone. I'm like, dude, you can make a pocket pussy out of a Pringle can, 2 rubber gloves and some sponges. Like this can,
It's
basically.
honestly, I've heard of that before.
Okay.
And you can't blame some of these dudes, especially if you're in
No,
there
hey, I mean,
forever. You
get it
know?
how you live, baby. Get it how you
Yeah, I'm not
live.
judging
Like,
y'all.
you got to make do.
Um, okay, shakedown.
Shakedown is where they come in and basically strip your cell to see if you have any contraband. In the process, not only demoralizing the person, but also demoralizing their stuff that probably either they've been working on, stuff from home, letters, pictures, all of those things.
Literally just happened to Joseph last week, and
Oh.
they had like search dogs go in his cell, and the dog's fur and like dirt from its paws were all over his bed and all over everything. It was just gross.
I was gonna say, and sometimes they let the dogs piss and shit in the
Yep.
cells and make the guys clean it up.
Mm-hmm.
All over their bed, their stuff, all of it. Yeah.
Do you know what a three knee deep means?
Is that like is it sexual?
No.
Okay, so then no, I don't know because I was going at my dirty mind was playing dirty games. But no, I don't know what that is.
Quite the opposite.
Okay.
Stab someone so that they're injured but not killed, often as some form of warning.
Okay.
So I would
Okay,
not.
so like sending a message basically
Yes.
without killing the person
Yes.
or unaliving the person. I shouldn't say kill, but unalive. Yeah. Okay. Can I ask one that's I don't know. Well, it might be on there. I'll let you keep going. It's towards the end of the alphabet, so let me know if we don't get to it.
I'm like towards the end because I was trying to skip around some. What were you gonna ask?
I was going to ask, what do you call the visitation room where you go to meet, like if you go to visit your loved one?
I feel like we just call it like the visiting room.
Okay, see, we call it the shed or the visitation shed.
Yeah, I remember you saying that before, and like every time you say that, I literally vision a shed, like
a she shed. Yeah. Well, that's because at Angola, way back in the day, that's what they had. They had sheds where you would go visit, or they had sheds where you could have your, conjugal weekend or conjugal day or whatever. And it was literally like a shed. And at one point, it wasn't even enclosed in. It was just like a like a like a metal roof and maybe some metal sides, but the front, like it was all open, like open air kind of thing. And you would just sit at like picnic tables and visit. Like that's how you used to visit way back in the day at Angola. So that's why we call it a visitation shed, even though now they're like rooms, they're large rooms, but like what you would normally think.
it's interesting. I guess the last one I'll touch on is X'd out.
X'd out. Oh, like is that like you're dead or you're yeah? Okay. That's what
Basically,
I thought.
prisoners can greenlight members of rival gangs or put a hit on them due to extra drama or beef. When they do this, they'll say an inmate is X'd out, and X'd out prisoners' days on the yard are numbered.
Oh, okay.
So that's more
So
of the
it's not
gang.
necessarily the hit has been done. It's like it's coming soon.
Yeah, it's like it's in the
Okay.
works. Like terrifying.
Gotcha. Very, very. Wow. Okay. That was fun. I enjoyed
That
hearing all
was,
the
and
different terms.
I honestly skipped over a lot too. So it's like if you guys are curious to like see these, definitely check it
Mhm.
out because there were a lot. And go through them with
Yeah.
your loved one and let me know if
See what they have something similar.
yeah.
Because I'm always interested. Like we hear what's in the South and we hear what's on CDCR, the West Coast, but I don't hear a lot from like Midwest or, East Coast. That would be cool to
Mm-hmm.
hear what they have, what they call stuff. So,
Yay. Fun.
all right. All right. Well, are we ready? I will do my speech before we get into questions and speaky pipes and all that. Are you ready for my 10-minute speech?
I'm so ready because
Have you heard? Because I
I
I
haven't
put
heard
it on
verbatim.
Patreon. I put it on Patreon and it was like 7 minutes. And then our Patreon fam, thank you to the ladies that commented, by the way, told me, well, you need to put this in. Because I asked for constructive feedback. I said, this is my first time doing anything remotely like this. And I was seeing if, they thought it was good, if I should add anything or take anything out. And so bless for them for giving me this amazing feedback because I feel like now the speech is completely done. It has all the pieces that are there. So, all right, are we ready?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. 10 minutes, y'all. I'll try not to be too fast, but I'll try not to also be too slow. All right, Gigi's keynote speech. By the time this is airing, I've already read this speech and probably fought all the panic in my body. All right, because I hate giving speeches, but here we go. Okay. Sentenced to die by lethal injection. Those are the words that changed everything. The words that I chose to walk beside when I chose to love my husband, when I chose to stand with him through everything that sentence meant. For over 9 years, I have shared in the weight of those words. Because when one person is incarcerated, it's not only their sentence to serve, families serve time too. The bars may separate bodies, but they cannot contain the pain, the worry, or the longing that echo through every phone call, email, letter, every missed moment. Children grow up with questions they shouldn't have to ask. Partners carry invisible burdens no one else can see. Parents wrestle with heartbreak and hope all at once. Incarceration doesn't just remove a person from society, it rips at the very fabric of families, leaving emotional, financial, and social scars that can take generations to heal. And yet, in the face of all that pain, love finds a way to endure. Families adapt, they fight stigma, they nurture connection through words on paper, glass partitions, and whispered prayers. Their resilience is proof that love can live within walls. If we are ever to understand true justice, we must first recognize the humanity on both sides of those walls. Not just the incarcerated, but the mothers, the fathers, the sisters, the brothers, the children, and the partners who keep showing up, holding on, and believing in redemption when people tell them not to. In 2023, my husband Michael went before the clemency board, ready to show that he was no longer that young 20-year-old man defined by his past, but a man transformed by growth, reflection, and faith. It was supposed to be a hearing rooted in fairness and hope, for a chance for him and 19 other men to ask for something so simple, yet so profound: life without parole, or a second chance to live. But hope turned to heartbreak when the state attorney general unexpectedly intervened He not only opposed Michael's clemency, but actively sabotaged the chances of all 20 men who dared to believe they could change. What should have been a day of hope became a lesson in disappointment, a reminder that too often our system values punishment over progress. That day broke me, but it also lit a fire in me that will never go out, because when the system tries to silence your hope, your only choice is to speak louder. And out of that heartbreak came connection and the beginning of something new. That's when Paige, who is today my rock and my best friend, entered my life. We'd known of each other, moving in different prison wife circles, but after Michael's clemency, when I hit rock bottom, Paige reached out. She said, hey, let's start a group, a safe space for women like us. She called it Love Within Walls. I didn't hesitate. With nearly a decade of experience in nonprofit work for families impacted by incarceration, I knew this was our calling. Together, Paige and I built Love Within Walls to be a space grounded in compassion and strength, a community where people could come as they are, without fear of judgment or shame. Because the system is designed to break bonds and dehumanize relationships, but we were determined to build something that restored them. We wanted Love Within Walls to be the glue that holds people together when the world tries so hard to tear them apart. Now, before I go any further, I want to take a moment to acknowledge my partner in this work, Paige. She was supposed to be standing right beside me today. But as so many of us know, being married to someone inside the system comes with impossible choices. This week, the prison forced her to choose between attending this conference or keeping her long-awaited family visit. And if she canceled that visit, she would be heavily penalized. Visitation privileges can be suspended, delayed, or revoked entirely. So today, she's right where she needs to be, with her husband, making the kind of choice that too many women in this community are forced to make. Her absence is not a sign of disconnection. It's proof of how hard we have to fight just to stay connected. Every phone call, every email, every letter, every visit is a negotiation with a system that was built to keep families apart. And that's exactly why Love Within Walls exists. What started as a small Facebook group has grown into a vibrant, healing community. Inside Love Within Walls, women show up for one another every single day. We host group nights where we talk, laugh, cry, and remind each other that we're not alone. We have check-in posts for those hard weeks when court dates loom, when the phone does not ring. We remind each other to practice self-care, because it's so easy to lose yourself when you're constantly caring for someone behind the walls. Members also share resources, vent safely, and lift one another up. But what truly makes Love Within Walls unique is the energy we've cultivated. It's not toxic. It's not competitive. It's not judgmental. It's uplifting. It's empowering. And it's built on real sisterhood. It's a place where growing and healing happens. And from that group came our next leap of faith. Love Within Walls, a prison wife podcast. In February 2024, two women with zero background in podcasting sat on a Zoom call, hit record, and started talking. No studio, no script, no fancy equipment or cameras. Just two friends having the realest conversations imaginable. We talk about everything, from love and loyalty to laws and legislation. We share our husbands' letters. We open up about grief. We dive into current events and policies. And we ask the hard questions others are afraid to touch. Sometimes it's heavy. Sometimes it's hilarious. But it's always real. The podcast is Girlfriends Chatting. It's women being vulnerable. It's advocacy wrapped in laughter, love, and truth. We interview other women impacted by incarceration. We discuss reform. We share stories that the world doesn't see. And that's the beauty of it. There's truly nothing else like it. We created a format that feels like sitting in your living room with your best friend. And yet every episode carries a message of strength, awareness, and justice. Because that's what this really is about, being seen. Love Within Walls, a Prison Wife podcast, now has 2 seasons and over 70 episodes, and thousands of listeners from all over the world who tune in each week, not just for a show, but for a lifeline. Through storytelling, advocacy, and community, we show that love can survive separation and that families behind those walls deserve dignity, understanding, and hope. And before I close, I want to leave you with this. When you walk out of this room today, I hope you remember that love is an act of resistance, connection is courage, and advocacy starts with empathy. If we can see the humanity in the families impacted by incarceration, if we can listen without judgment, support without conditions, and believe in second chances, then we begin to build a world where justice and love can coexist. Because love is not defined by distance or circumstance. It's defined by the courage to keep showing up, even when the world tells you not to. That's what Love Within Walls stands for. It's proof that hope lives here, that love lives here, even and especially within walls. Thank you.
Oh my god. That, not that the first one was bad, but that one is so,
It encompasses a lot more.
yes, totally. Like, oh my god, I have chills. I literally,
Aw.
like,
Okay.
you
Now
need
let's
someone
see
to
how good I do that. Let's see how good I do that on Tuesday
You
when
will.
I actually have to give this speech and I'm like, blah, 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 blah,
Oh my
blah.
gosh, you will.
So,
I know you will slay. I'm not even
thank
questioning
you.
it.
I'm actually, I know I'm not as I was a little nervous reading it, but I'm not as nervous as I thought I would be. Now, come the day I actually have to do this in front of a whole room of people that are in the same, obviously, criminal justice reform and police officers, judges, and all this. Okay, I'm gonna be shaking. I might stutter a little bit, but I'm gonna try my best not to mess up. So
You're
I'm
gonna
gonna keep practicing though.
You're gonna do great, man.
Thank you. I love
I
you.
love you, and I can't wait. Someone needs to record it.
Okay, I'm gonna try and get somebody. Hopefully, somebody that's in our group is going, or somebody we know that I can ask to just hold it so I can record it, or at least do a live in our Wallers group, and I Love Within Walls group for our Wallers for sure. All right. Well, whew,
Beautiful.
I feel. Whew, thank you. Okay, I feel a little verklempt. Okay. Well, with that, it's time for our number one scammer man to give us a call. Are we ready?
We're ready.
Hello, this is a prepaid collect call from
Freddie.
an inmate at Florida Correctional Institution.
All right. Florida Fred just gave us a call, and that means it's time for your questions, comments, and speaky pipes. If you don't know, every Friday we put up a questionnaire, and so usually on the weekends, to get you to send us some questions. So we have one comment, a couple of questions, and we do have one speaky pipe today. So Paige, do you want to get us started?
Yeah, I'll read. I believe this is the comment from Patty G. She said, "Hi, I just wanted to say I love your all's podcast. I've been following for a while now. My husband just got out 3 months ago. Till that point, I was a prison wife for over 4 years. My husband has been in and out of the prison system going on 20 years this last stint. He did 9 years on a 10-year TDCJ bid. While he was in prison, he started doing a blog called Beyond the Walls. He started in hopes that he could reach out to youth in hopes that they would make better choices in life, one that would keep them from being in prison. Since he's been home, he has been trying to find ways. He's been trying to find his way, and it has been a challenge, but he tries. I come to y'all in hopes that maybe you would give me information on who he can get into contact with to continue his writing, to maybe put out a blog to help the youth or the community in some way. a way to tell his experience about being in prison. I appreciate all the help that you guys bring, and being a prison wife can be a hard journey, at times lonely.
Oh, thank you, Patty
Yes,
G.
thank you for sharing that.
Um, I'm thinking there's like so many resources out there that can help with writing. There's a lot of people working on whether they're incarcerated or post incarceration, getting memoirs or getting information out, especially to help others. I think not only to help youth, but also to help others understand what people go through while they're incarcerated as well. I'm trying to think. There was one at the top of my head and I can't remember, but Patty, we can definitely message you since you messaged our inbox. We will definitely get in touch with you with some organizations. Paige, do you know any off the top of your head?
Um, I would probably have to look into them, but I do know a few people that were previously prisoners or incarcerated and now do journalism. So even if it's like, I'm thinking like the Marshall Project or like other, like
Yeah.
getting him connected with those like foundations that are looking for previously incarcerated writers to like do reportings and stuff.
What's the one with the V? Vera Institute,
Yes, there's a
too.
bunch of really
Yeah.
great ones.
Yeah. That's who I was thinking of. Vera Institute and Marshall Project is wonderful as well. They love writing up pieces about, you know, life
I
inside
think
or, trying to adjust out
I think
here.
there's a nonprofit too that's called like the Journalism Project or something, and they
Mhm.
help help previously incarcerated people find writing jobs too. So
Okay.
maybe we can send some of that.
Yeah, we'll send that to you, Patty G. Thank you for that beautiful comment. And obviously, we're happy that he's home, and we
Hmm.
hope that you guys have a wonderful, fruitful life together. And he can, I know, adjusting is a process, but hopefully, all is well, and he can use his beautiful writing to help others and encourage others, inspire
Definitely.
others. Yeah. All right, I have one question from Danger. She knows who she is. I love her. I'm just gonna say this for her because we have a little inside joke. This rock is pissing me off. She
Okay,
asked
Marcus.
Marcus. Oh my God, yes,
He's my life.
he is my spirit animal. I
He is
swear.
he literally like the one clip me and my friend at work that I sent him videos of Marcus all the time. Like he'll just come in my office and he'll be like, "I'm deleting South Carolina." Like have you seen
Oh
that
yeah.
video?
Yes, I've seen them all. I follow them all. I
I
follow
love them
all of the
all.
Marcus VR chats accounts. Oh, what's the other one? I'm going to launder $17,000 through a locally Greek restaurant. Like,
All of the Marcus. I love all of the Marcus.
yes. She wanted to ask, what is your favorite holiday? So, Paige, what's your favorite holiday of the year?
Um, I'm gonna say be a cliche and say Christmas, but I think I have to choose that because I just like the feeling of Christmas and Christmas time and like the
Okay.
vibes and like being off of work and like especially like Brody and it's just like the vibe of the time and like the happiness and I feel like
Yeah.
I don't really experience that during any other holidays, so I would probably say Christmas.
The magic of Christmas. Can I ask this while we're talking about Christmas real quick before I answer mine? Because mine's not Christmas. My question is this: when is the right age? Because listen, as a teacher of children that are 11 and 12, I have some kids that still believe in Santa Claus,
Hmm.
and then some that obviously know. When does Brody believe, and then what age do kids normally get out of that
That's
now?
a great question. I have no clue, but I know Brody still, of course, he does. He's only seven. He's only I just called him 76. He's only 6, so he is very big on Santa. I don't know when you stop.
Okay, and then obviously the Elf on the Shelf. Do you do that
We
too?
do.
Okay.
He still believes in that, so that's all fun too, and that like adds to it.
I need to get you a Snoop on the Stoop.
Hey, I'll take anything. That sounds cute.
Have you seen those?
No, but is it Snoopy?
It's Snoop Dogg in a green elf outfit with
Ah!
a blunt sticking out of his
Oh, I
mouth.
love that.
Yeah, I was gonna
That's
say
me.
that's so you. All right. So my favorite holiday, if you can't tell by the color, is not Halloween. Actually, it's Thanksgiving.
Hmm.
I live for eating. I'm a foodie. I love Thanksgiving food. I hate it after Thanksgiving. I'm done. I'm over it. But I look all the month of like since yesterday, November 1st, I've been looking forward to like yams, green bean casserole, turkey, cranberry dressing, mashed potatoes and gravy. Like I am ready to throw down. I love cooking it. I love setting up. I love tablescapes. I love the food. I love gorging and pigging out and eating all day and not having anybody go, "You're eating too much. Oh, you need to stop." So that is my jam. And watching football too. So it's like a tradition.
I do love good food.
And we make something down here. It's so good. It's called shrimp merlaton dressing. Oh gosh, it's so good. And
Shrimp?
it's shrimp merlaton. And merlaton is like in Spanish it's coyote. It looks like an avocado, but it's like light green. It doesn't taste like an avocado. It's more of like a squash. And you put that in with shrimp and a dressing, and it's so good. It's fire. Also, artichoke dressing is on fire too.
I'm just the
So
most
yeah, we
picky
make some good
person.
stuff down here. Huh?
I'm just the most picky person, so it's like all of that. I'm like,
Yeah.
"Ugh."
It's exotic. It's very exotic if you don't live in Louisiana. And we make like gumbo and jambalaya and all that too. But I love the traditional, like the sweet potato casserole with the marshmallows on top. Oh, come to mama. All right, sorry.
I feel like y'all go more out for like Thanksgiving than like we do. Like at least my family, like my mom, like I feel like I like Thanksgiving, but we don't like make a big like stink over it. I guess.
Do y'all do the traditional spread of turkey and
Yeah.
cranberry
Usually
dressing?
it depends. Maybe we just don't get as serious about it. I do love turkey
Okay.
though.
Yeah. I love we make well we don't buy it. We don't make it. We buy it. It's called cranberry relish
Is
and
that
it's
like
got
the
like
Jello?
no, it's like a relish of cranberry, orange, walnuts, like chopped up really fine, and you put it with your turkey, and it is so good, so good. God, I'm getting hungry already. Ugh. Okay, love me some Thanksgiving food. Okay, your next question, Paige.
What is on your prison visitation bingo card, and what squares always get filled?
Okay, definitely retake that photo, please, because it's not appropriate. Um, Too much contact. Stop it. Or getting fussed by a CO. The check-in line taking hours to get through. The scanner not working. Telling you that they do a blue light over your dollars and telling you can't bring your money in because it's got some sort of liquid on it, even though I just got it from the ATM. There only being one bus driver for the whole for the whole prison, and it takes forever to get back there. That's some of mine. Paige, what are some of yours?
I gotta make mine
Oh,
specific.
changing clothes, making you change clothes.
Oh, I gotta make mine
Yeah.
specific to my family visits because that's like half the
Okay.
time the only visits I go to. Um, if depending on what CO is checking me in, I'll almost always get told I can and can't bring different things in. Like there's one CO that like won't let me bring in like tweezers for my eyebrows, even though they already have tweezers like the men do. So it's like I don't know why that's a thing. Um, Sometimes they'll let in certain soaps, other times they won't. I've had to literally put soap into a from a container into a plastic bag so that I could take the
Like a
soap
Ziploc
in.
bag?
Yes. Into
Oh,
the
wow.
and I had to do it with my shampoo and my conditioner too. So that
Damn.
what else always happens? The bathrooms at the visiting are like I usually have to pee at least once because we're there for so long, and I hate going because I've never seen more disgusting bathrooms in my entire fucking life. Like there's piss on the seat, on the ground, everywhere. It's the most disgusting fucking thing. Um, we have to. You can always usually bet on getting constantly waved at when you because you're in like this like truck when you go to the visiting like the apartments, and you drive by all the yards, and all the guys are usually out. So like they're
Yeah.
usually just like standing at the because they can like see the family visiting cars, so they're always just like
Mhm.
there, like or like sometimes you get a middle finger. You're like, all right, oh. Um, and then I would say that always checks out is that I always have to they make us get rid of all the trash after the family visit. So like we have to take the large bag, like the two large bags of trash, bring them on this fucking bus.
Car.
Yeah,
Oh
and
wow.
then take the bus. They drive you to this like dumpster within the prison, and you have to get out of the truck with the huge garbage bags and put the garbage bags in the dumpster. And like, there's just people watching you too, and you're just like, I'm like sweating and already like usually sobbing at this point because this is when we're
Yeah.
leaving, so it's just
Yeah.
a mess. So that always happens. And then by the time I get back
Wow.
to my car, I'm a sobbing wreck.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
that's my bingo card for my visit. It's my super fun. But hey, it's worth it to go see my honey. So
Yeah.
I'll fill up that bingo card every time.
I just wish they'd let y'all take pictures. Like that should be one, not allowing y'all to take pictures because
It
that's
is.
messed up.
I
You're allowed to
literally
do anything else in your little room, but you can't take a
I
picture.
literally offered to buy the camera because their bitch was that the camera would be at the visiting,
Hmm.
and I said I'll buy one. No.
Yeah. Do they have like the incarcerated people come and clean the rooms after too?
No, it's your job to clean it. So, like they
Oh,
pick us up, like Joseph cleans that place. Like you have to
okay.
like leave it as you find it.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Have you ever had people that don't clean it?
Yes,
Like that's good. Okay.
yes, and it's crazy because it's like every time that we go, like you have to get checked out when you leave. So I'm like, you can just tell that some people aren't doing their jobs because it's like, how the fuck did
Yeah.
this ever?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Okay. That's a great question though. What would fill up your bingo card?
Yeah.
Let us know if we missed anything that maybe is specific to your loved one's facility. All right. I have one more question from Danger again. Love her. She comes with the questions. How do you? This one's a little bit. This one's a little bit more deep. How do you deal with the harder days where you miss your loved one even more than normal?
I feel like, excuse me. I feel like I try to keep my brain as busy as possible on those days because
Yeah.
sometimes what my brain will try to do is hyper focus on the fact that I am missing him, which is like the
Hmm.
toxic ADHD part of my brain. So I literally just do everything and anything I can to kind of keep my mind off of it, whether it's like make myself do photo edits or make myself like remove myself from prison things entirely.
Yeah.
That sometimes has to fucking happen. Cause like I feel like sometimes we're our own worst enemy when it comes to like missing them. You know what I mean? Because it's just natural that we miss them. We want them here with us, and especially like you see a couple things around you all the time. So it's just like not letting your brain get one over you, and like which you can have those moments because they're gonna happen, but like not letting it happen all the time because it can definitely overwhelm you.
Yeah. Kind of learning to control, have a little bit more control of your spiraling.
Hmm.
I think distracting yourself is one way because if you're not focusing on it, you're not thinking, it's in the back of your brain, but you have something else in the front to kind of get you from thinking about it. I like to do chores. I like to make sure I cross things off my list of to do things. I love what Paige said about kind of taking a break from prison wife life, like focusing on you not being a prison wife, doing something that brings you joy, doing something that you want to do that's outside of this, because sometimes it's good to remind yourself, I'm me. I'm also a prison wife, but I'm also me first.
Hmm.
I think that really does help as well because this life can be a lot. It can be so much. And then you hear other people's stories and it gets you down. And, you hear these horror stories from these women and, they're reeling too. And it's good. It's good to be a comfort to those women. Sometimes that act of service sometimes helps too, but also to remind yourself, like, I have a life out here too. And, taking a break from prison wife life is sometimes very much needed. Even like from people like me and Paige. I mean, sometimes we have to say like, I just need a break. Like I need to go do something. I need a vacation. I need to go somewhere else. Like just to get away from everything. It's good to remind yourself that, you're out here doing this and prison wife life isn't the only thing, and that helps take away from that hurting and that longing and that pain of missing them. Yeah. Great question, because lately I've been seeing a lot of people struggling, and I know maybe it's just the moon cycle or something, but I felt it the other day, and I'm like, I just want you here. Like, I just want you home. Like, I'm going to go a whole month without seeing Michael now, and it's going to be a long stretch, even for me. And I know that's minuscule time for some people. Wink. But I'm talking about you, Paige.
I know.
Okay. And some other people who live far away, obviously. But that's a long stretch for me, and it's a challenge. And obviously there's some days where, especially on Sundays, like today, I really, these are days where I want him here doing family stuff. Like he was supposed to be coming with me to my mom's dinner last night, for our birthday. So it's just those things, the weekends really give you time to think because you're not working. When I'm at work, I'm not thinking about all that stuff, So, yeah. All right. Well, we have one speaky pipe.
Okay.
And I wonder who it could be from. Oh, it does say FF on it, so I'm assuming it's from our boy.
My buddy.
Are we ready?
Yes.
Here we go. Wait, I want to play.
Hey, Paige, and Gigi. It's your boy, Fred. I got a call to action. I got a real call to action. I need action. My Shariri from Shreveport, I love her. She my honey bun. Oh, I love some honey buns. Honey buns with some chocolate. Oh, honey buns. Anyway, back to there. Oh, yeah. Anyways, I need you girls to get and help me. I need lots of help now. I'm planning Thanksgiving. I'm planning a Thanksgiving for when I come home. I just need to have all the foods. So I need all my chicks on the side to help me with my sides. So Shree is gonna make turkey or ham or something. She working. I don't know what she's doing, but I need Paige and Gigi and all your peoples, including all the Tammys and Desi and Didi and all the girls. I need them all to help me and be my side chicks. I need you to help me with figuring out what sides and recipes. I need your help. And if Mike and Josie, if they have side chick versions that they can make me, I will make them too. I love you. Later.
Oh, okay. Well, if you need a translation, Florida Fred, Shariri works in Shreveport down at the Piggly Wiggly, and she's obviously providing a Thanksgiving dinner for Florida Fred. But he was in honey bun dreamland for a little while there.
Yeah.
Mike loves those chocolate iced honey buns, by the way, or the Boston cream ones. Oh my God. Anyway, I have to buy him every package. But so I know a good honey bun, obviously that's like currency in there, but he wants us to help him with a Thanksgiving throwdown, and he needs all of his side chicks. And I'm just gonna say this, Florida Fred, listen, this chick don't just start. Like I've been doing this for a little while now. Like don't just ask for it. You gotta butter me up a little bit. You gotta give me some like, ooh, girl, I'm the only one for you. You're the only one. Like I need a little butter here. So to my biscuit.
Yeah.
So Florida Fred, you need to come in with a little bit more. We're all willing to help put in for your Thanksgiving throwdown. That's what he's asking for. And he needs all of us side chicks to help Shariri, his main chick, out because she's working at the Piggly Wiggly, but she can only secure the turkey or the ham. And he needs all the side fixins from his side pieces. So if you have a good prison side dish, if your man wouldn't mind you helping out on the side for Florida Fred, if he has a good side dish or a little prison side dish to help out to make a Thanksgiving spread, please, please, please let us know. because Florida Fred needs our help, you guys.
I appreciate his transparency.
Yeah, he's very real. Like
He
he's
ain't
saying,
lying.
no, Shariri's the main chick in Shreveport, but clearly he's got women all around the country that love him and adore him and want to help him out. So, let us know if you have any good prison Thanksgiving recipes for side dishes, you guys. You side chicks, you. And Florida Fred, I need another call to butter us up a little
Yeah,
bit, please,
a little bit
because
more.
we're the only women in your world right now. And, you know, you need to give us a little sweet talk to make it happen, because that's where the magic is.
Thanks.
Well, Paige, that's all I have. Thank you, Florida Fred. We love you. We love you, Florida Fred. And we hope you get all the honey buns for Christmas. We can make that happen too. We can send you a honey bun care package. We'll get the chocolate ones just for you for Christmas too, from your side pieces.
Period.
Well, Paige, that's all I have. Obviously, next week I will be back for a update on the conference, letting you know how it was, how the speech went. Hopefully I can get a video of it and let y'all know how Vegas was.
Yay, can't wait.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for tuning in for this episode 74 of Love with the Malls, a Prison Wife podcast. And especially to our Patreon fam for sponsoring this episode. Our Wallers for always being awesome and an amazing support crew over there at Love with the Malls on Facebook. And our listeners. Do we want to do a turkey leg for our emoji?
Yeah.
Okay. Send us a little turkey leg, you guys, if you've gotten this far. As I'm dreaming of Thanksgiving food and salivating as we speak. So, but we love you guys. Thanks for being here with us.
Love you,
We'll see you guys next
friends.
week. Besitos.
Love you.
Bye, guys.
This is for the ones who love through the distance, for the ones who stay solid while time keeps ticking, for the ones who hold it down but never lose themselves. This is for the prison wives. Still don't break.